Hello, always Dizzy here. I'm going to start with puzzle streak of 41, as I always do before I play any games. I'll start at the 1 minute mark, which is in about 30 seconds from now. I'm pretty tired today and not feeling so great. That's just my life now, and for the next 2 or 3 months at least. But I'm so busy that it's nice to play chess when I can. Okay, so here we go, starting in 1 minute in here. His king will be forced back. My tinnitus is so loud right now. Okay, so take queen b8 check. And I just go king g7. I should be good there. Knight f4. But then, yeah, where does he go there? I think we're taking here. Oops. b7 and then c6. b7, c6. I mean, that's got to be good. Hello, Nebula. Here we have a check. And then rook f1. We have bishop d3. If rook d1 takes, or should be up a piece. (14). This wins the rook, but he could give us perpets. So we give a mate, we don't take the rook. Okay, we have check, mate in 2, 17. I have mate. Oh, it's not mate. Yes, it is mate in 2. It is mate in 2. He started playing Pokemon. TCG. TCG is like a trading collectors game. It's a card game, right? But what does it stand for, TCG? Trading card game? Trading card game, right? Is that what it stands for? So we have check, and if he goes to g5, then is this mate? Yes, it is. And if he goes to g7, well, that's a good question. Oh, that's a good question. Because I can go rook g4, and then there's king f8. Yeah, so maybe it's not there. Maybe I go check here, and if it goes to h7, then it's mate, so that would be mate. If it goes to h5, this might be mate in 2. No, it's not. Hang on. Yeah, that doesn't seem to lead to anything. Oh, my belt is too tight. Oh. Okay, where was I? Yeah, I mean, this is the most natural move. It really is. But then king g7. Check. I'm just not seeing it. King g7, rook g4. If it goes to h7, then I'm taking check. Which, if it goes to h6, and then I have check. Like, it's still not that clear at all. Oh, then I have knight g6, I think, at the end. Check, and then if he goes here, we have knight g6. If he goes to h7, I'm taking the pawn. If he goes here, I don't know, but that's looking decent. Check here. King h5. Don't fully see it. I will look at this with the engine after. Yeah, let me just look at the other line with the engine. Yeah, well, aren't you a kid? Aren't you a kid? Yeah. So I was looking at this. Check. Yeah, I don't know. Feels a little underrated. That was an annoying puzzle to do. Almost have knight h4, maybe knight g5. No, let's look at knight h4. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, knight h4 looks good. Can I just move my queen? Although, you'd think I'd be able to take this because, yes, I'm on the rook. He takes my rook, but then I take the bishop. That's probably simplest. But my knight could get trapped like this. That was kind of rude. Well, I don't know your age. I figured you were a kid. You can take it as being rude if you want. I don't see how that was rude at all. Yeah, So I don't know. There's queen d2. What's wrong with queen d2? Queen d2. I'm blocking the dark squared bishop. But that doesn't really matter. But then he might be able to take on e2, and then let's say queen e2. Yeah, then all of a sudden he has queen h. No, then he has queen g4. Yeah, if I move the queen, he might be able to take and then queen g4 possibly. I think I'm taking the queen. I'll look at this with the engine after. Yeah, this one was tricky. So had I gone here, yeah, he takes the bishop, and then he goes queen. That's completely underrated. That should be at least that should be 2,000 or 1,900. Yeah. Here we have dev rescue pawns. So I'm just going to do that. And then h2. I have a check. Let's just say he goes to b8. Then I have rook d7. Okay, so that's my threat there. So he probably has to go queen c7. And then I think I have queen a8 there. (822). Is it not checkmate in one? Black. I'm in check. So if I stay on the bishop, he can go here. Well, I don't think the alternatives are so good. I'm getting mated. Actually, yeah, I'm getting mated there if I go to h7. If I go to h8, I think I'm still getting mated. And then I think I'm just playing c2. Or am I? Yeah, because I'll be up pawns. I could then just queen and then take his bishop. Did not like that puzzle. Here we just win a free knight. 25. Can I check and then take the rook? I'm still down material even if I win that rook. So I basically have to give checkmate. Basically, so we're gonna go here. So I think it's a mate in 2 here. Love to hear the thought process of why you're a kid. I don't know. I always figured you were young. Like, how old are you? How old are you then? Can I go to a8? I don't think so, Tim. So just rook d7. Rook d7. Oh! I actually looked at this, but I only looked at knight d2. Oh man. Okay, you know what? I don't mind. I'm happy to be done with that batch. That was not a fun batch. That was too hard of a batch. White, black. Why does it matter? Oh, one of them is mate. Aren't they both mate? Am I crazy? Yeah, that's weird. That was a weird one. What's going on here? There's a fork here. Okay, so king h2. And then am I just happy to take on f2? Okay, I'm going to be lazy on this one. I think I'm just taking on f2. I'm down a piece, but then we have Anastasia's mate. That's underrated. I mean, come on. Okay, we are white. We need to take that. This is actually tricky. This might be too slow. No, I mean, no move is too slow. No, this keeps both of our pawns. No, wait. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Whoa. What is up with the puzzles today? 1300? Jesus. What is up with the puzzles today? Insane. 1300. Really? That is crazy. I mean, I can see that like this is winning, but I don't know. I don't even think it's me this today. I think the puzzles are not being easy on me today. Hello, Mimsevich. Yeah, the puzzles are not easy today. How was the midnight stream? I played a nice game that impressed Vivek, I think. Well, I don't know. Nothing impresses him. I played a miniature exchange sack. It was nice. I'm very tired. I can win his knight here. Should be good enough. Can I not promote? Jack. check. Black. Fork. Pin. I think if I take the pawn, it might be too slow because he's going to queen in 4 moves. So if I push, that might slow him down by a single move. I don't even know. But that's the logic I'm going with. It was a bit of a guess, to be honest. Check. Oh, I'm in check. Okay, so my concern is he's got queen h3. That's my concern. But I can actually go king g1, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous puzzle. So we are white. Check. Because let's say he goes up the board. I don't know. It's a little tricky. What is this? This is hard. This is tough. Because he can still go up the board here, but then there's a fork. Okay, so he has to go. He can't go here because it's mate, and if he goes here, it's mate. So it's knight f6. 18, which is a swear word in Korean. King c3 should be good. 19, mate in 2. I can give a check and then take the bishop. He had to go here, otherwise I'm just taking the bishop for nothing. I do have an, oh, there we go. Okay, we have a check. And then possibly, no. I just realized I can take his queen. What a weird puzzle. What is this about? Absolutely bizarre. Can I take the rook? I can, well, yeah, can I go queen here? But then there's bishop f6. Okay, so can I go knight e4? Yeah, because I have this here. Bing, bang, bing. 23. I'm tired. I'm tired, guys and girls. I have no clue. Find the best move for black. It's too late. Ryan was in here. He was going to convince you to join, and then you disappeared as usual. Very undependable. Oh, I can take here twice, and then I have check. Can I not take? He has a check. And that's it. Okay, to be honest, I didn't see queen g8. And I think I just come here. There is a queen e8. Oh, that's it. So here it is, queen e8. I think I can just go to h7. Yeah, otherwise I have to move up the board, which might almost be okay, actually. A check. Here, yeah, so I think I have to block. Okay, rook b8. And I can go here. Early bird. He doesn't answer Discord. Email him. Can I take and then rook e8? $27. Too lazy. How's school going? So I have check and then I think I might have knight g5. Can I go check? Messed up midterm. Pigoneo. D2. Or do we go this way? I should know. Rook e2. Right, rook d6. Then I just go d2. I don't know if that one rook can stop all these pawns, though. I think it can. This should... Wait. That doesn't work. He just takes my rook. Rook e2, rook d6. Yeah, if I go d2, he just takes the rook. So... Can I go here? No, because a king comes here. That's always a problem. Oh, it's always this check. It's always this. For some reason, this isn't an automatic thing for me. Like that's the most simplest thing, and that was 29. So I'm not the only one struggling with that. It's the simplest move. Like I should never, ever, ever have to think about that. But I do. Okay, so if I go rook b1 and If he goes in front, then I can just go check. So B7, and he comes back here, and I'll be up a rook. Just mate in one. We like mate in ones. Do I sound tired? Because I'm definitely tired. I can take and then queen f2. But then he's got this check, but I'm... Yeah, that's actually tricky. So I check, and then he goes here. But... I don't know. I'll still be up at night, though. Was I? Oh, it goes here first. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here I am winning. Because I'm still up at night. This is what I looked at. Because I'm still up at night, but I didn't see that he gives me a check first. Sorry, where did I start? Wait, what did I do? Oh, here. Yeah, I didn't see queen h8. Okay. Here we go again. Here we go again. I just want to play a game. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Ooh. I might be able to take this. No, he can get behind. Mate in one. Humberto, I don't think anything's improving my chess. Is that fair? I think that's fair to say. You can't improve. I just can't improve, period. Check. Yeah, over the board. I can't play online. Everyone is a genius online. Everyone's a grandmaster. Everyone's a genius online. I'm such a whiner. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to push h3 and then king h4. Am I calculating this? No. But you would just hope and expect this to work. We're in check. I'd like to go to h3. Did I calculate this? No, but I can't imagine going to the back rank. And do I have rook c8? He has no check, so this should be decent. Black. I think I just pick up the queen. Now, is that good enough? I'll be up the exchange. Plus his king is awkward. Oh, I just got a headache. Mariapayo. And okay, so we have check. And then this should be good. We're going to win the queen. And then there should be some geometry on this rook. Yeah, so check. And then check. There's the geometry. 19. We just go to b4. Although I might want to go a5 to freeze the b pawn. But then his king might be able to come in. But if I just go here, then he's got b4. Then I could possibly go a5 though. But why not go a5 first? Yeah, my only fear is he goes king f3. But I'm still going to make it there. I think it's a5. Oh, really? So, okay, hang on. Is that fair? Okay, wait. I mean, a5, king f3. Okay, he gets to c2. Okay. I thought a5 might be a stretch, but here I thought he had b4. So am I playing a5? I thought about it, but I thought it's not going to be that hard at 1500. That's honestly what I thought. It was a bit lazy. Yeah, I seriously don't like. I don't know if I'll ever play a tournament again. We got to do it this way. I should calculate everything. I'm a lazy person. Man, how many times am I going to start over? I know I have this, but I'm not sure. I mean, he's technically up material there. However, what else am I going to do? It's a stupid puzzle because there's no other good option. So I don't even have to calculate it because... Why can't you do it too? Well, I don't live in the mainland, for one thing. Okay. I just want to play a game. I'm so tired of these puzzles. Whose idea was this? To do these puzzles forever. Victoria is the same thing. It's too expensive, man. Man, not everybody's rich. Maybe rook g8. Victoria's 2 hours away. I have to get a hotel there. And it's like $200 a night for hotel. Okay, I think it's rook g8. Mimdovich pissing me off here. He knows how to push my buttons. He thinks everybody's rich. Ding, dang. We have check. Actually, this is mate in 2. We have check if he hides. I thought I had a queen here. I ain't got no queen. Well, I'm up a piece. I just moved the rook back. I'm up a rook. So he has to take, and then I have a fork. Did I mention I'm tired? Because I am. Okay, so let's look at check. Just a mate in 2, or unless he wants to sack stuff. What's going on here? What's going on? Okay, so can I take and then check? That would, yeah, that wins the exchange. Black. Oh, we had this one. That's funny. We got a repeater, freebie. I failed so many times. We got one again. I have check. I also have taking and then taking. But no, I think I want to take here. And then the geometry. Oh, that's not geometry. And what do I need? I can take this pawn, but I mean I don't want to sack. But we're going to take the pawn first. I don't like that puzzle. The continuation is not obvious. Okay, how about a check? Because if he takes check, he comes in here, and then I have check, which will be mate. I've started over so many times. Won't this just repeat? I have G5. This should just be check, check, kill box. 20. Check. Mate in 2. Fork. No, take the knight. $22. Remove the defender. It's queen h4, but queen h4. I have bishop h3. $23. I have queen b7. And I can win the rook because he can go knight h5. Similar idea. Mate in 1 threat. He's got c4. I can just take. If rook a2, then we win the exchange. Actually, no, because that's going to be with check. It would have been. Trade off the queens and then queen myself again. Discovery on his queen. Now the question is, do I want to take that? No, he takes with the knight. Okay, 27. We are white. I think we can skewer. Build a skewer here. Check. And then maybe not there. Okay, we do it this way. Yeah, it's queen e2. Of course it is. I'm very tired. Okay, so takes checkmate. Can I take? I think so. 29. Can I take? 30. Can I take? 31. Can I go a5? Queen can't protect the knight. I'm actually finding a lot of these fairly quickly. Um, 32. Rook b7. Why not? Queen h6, maybe? Because I'm not worried about this. I just take with the queen, I think. It's a little iffy, but I think I'm fine there. So what was I scared about? Oh yeah, queen h6. How much money is... I just told you. This is one thing. You ask me questions, I answer, and then you... I don't know if you weren't listening or what, but you often ask me questions, and and then I answer, and then you just disappear or whatever. I told you it's about $200 a night. I have no family in Victoria, and even if I did, I wouldn't. I don't want to. I'm not a couch surfer. That's not me. And you know, even if it was all expenses paid, I wouldn't play in one. I only play in a tournament if I feel I have a really good chance of like winning first or second place, or I have a really good chance of gaining rating. Otherwise, I won't play in a tournament. That's me. Okay. So if I set like 4 new personal bests online, maybe I'll play in another one. So that's what it's going to take to get me to another tournament. Until that happens, I'm not playing in another tournament. So if that happens, I'll play in another tournament. Okay, so rook b7, queen h6. Can I... No, I don't know what I'm doing there. No, because that... No, I'm broke. I can't afford to go to a tournament, and I'm too busy. I don't have time. I barely have time to stream. Okay, rook b7, queen h6. If my stream grew to where it paid for the expenses or something, then I'll do it. Okay, but I don't have an answer against queen h6. So maybe it's not rook b7. But I like rook b7. Can I... Oh, I can take here. Okay. I tried to make rook b7 work, but it refused. It refused to work. Okay, so what about rook f7? And then if queen c8, what am I doing? I don't have anything. But I could do it. I could go check, and then I could take maybe. Queen e3. King h1, and then I can take. So queen e3, king h1, take on f7. If he gives me a check or one of these squares, then I bring the queen back. If he brings this rook back, I think I'm just taking it. And if he blocks with the other rook, then I go check here. Yeah, and then we go queen here. Solved. If I hit 2300, I would play in it for sure. But I'm in poor shape. I'm like 1900 online. I'm not in shape to play a tournament. You haven't had a bad tournament yet, so maybe when you have one, if you ever have one, you'll know what I mean here. Okay, so knight a4, did that pick up the queen? Does that pick up the queen? Well, he can take here, but then I take... Wait, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, so knight e4, you can take here. So I have to recapture. That his queen is still in trouble. So I think that works. Just take. Okay, we are black. I might want to blockade here with the king, because if I pushed upon his bishop covers everything. So my instinct is king c5. He can attack the bishop, or let's say he brings in the king, and then I just start pushing. This makes sense to me, and it appears to be correct. Black. Okay, let's look at b2. He's got check, and then he protects. But then I have rook b6. So bing, bang, boom, bing, bang. Although there is h7. h7 I can take. Okay, you know what? That really hurts because I was so close to the end, and I verified a little bit, but I didn't fully verify it. And I knew I didn't fully verify it, but I'm just tired of puzzles. And then of course I got to start over because I'm just not in the mood to be doing puzzles. I didn't even look at the solution. I should have. Why did I do that when I was so close to the end? I just needed to think for. I just need to verify for another 45 seconds, and then I would be done. I would be done because it's not. I'm just don't have the. I don't know. I just don't want to be doing them anymore. But if I hate doing them, I should do them correctly. The sooner I do that, the sooner I'll be done with them. Oh well. When will I learn? When will I ever learn my lesson? What the heck is this? I got pants. Clement 1700. So I've got this check. And he's escaping. So what do I do here? Because he's just escaping. I will have a discovery after. I have check. But my discovery is not that great. Oh, wait. Can I win his queen there? Check. I think I can, because then I go check and I'm taking up the queen. I'll be up a bishop. That's underrated. Oh, Jesus. UFC. What is going on in the chat? I really want to be done with puzzles. I don't know if that is obvious or not, but I've had enough. I've had enough. I don't want to do them anymore. I hate them. I really hate them. Do I have bishop f4 at the end? Take check, and then here, and then bishop f4? I think I do. These are underrated, I feel. This one's not underrated. That was overrated. Check. Wait. He doesn't have any checks. Take here. Puzzle Streak on Discord call. What do you mean Discord call? Just a private call with just you and him? Private coaching, I see. Check. That does nothing. Right? That does nothing. How am I supposed to get something out of that? Uh-oh. Dog is making noise. Oh boy. Dog came in asking me, why did you not? How come you can't do the puzzle streak? I hope you don't have to go to the bathroom. I really hope you don't. I hope she doesn't have to go to the bathroom. Hello, Vivek. Oh, good. She's just lying down here by me. Okay, that's good. That's not a little, that's a big doggy. 65 pounds. Okay, what was I doing? Playing chess. Trying to. So check. Go go. Go go gi. As much I just keep looking at this as if it's going to work. As if it's magically going to work. If I keep looking at it long enough. If I look at it long enough, maybe it'll suddenly work. Nothing. What's up with you? You keep making. She keeps yawning. She keeps yawning. The chat is distracting me. It's always the chat's fault. What's going on here? I mean, I'd like to do a rook lift, you know? But that seems like it's going to take 10 years. I'm just going to minimize chat here. I don't see it. I don't see it. I keep looking at this as if it's going to change. That's like literally the definition of insanity. Keep doing the same thing, hoping for a different result. So maybe I can take here. I win the exchange, but is that enough against all of his pawns? I guess I don't see better. Okay, 30. Mate, forced mate. 31. Can I go rook e2? I don't know what I'm threatening. I'm threatening to push the pawn, I think. Okay, white. We have a fork here. I guess he could go here, but then I'm winning the rook. Yeah, so here, this should work. 33. Oh, how do we do this? So that in case I need to stop one of his pawns. Yeah, because if I went with the blue arrow, then I think he might be able to take, my king's like farther away, like he might be able to then take possibly and push these. But if my king goes here, then I can go in front. So I think this might be good. Not entirely sure. But hang on. So he goes rook B, like he moves the rook on the B file. Oh wait, maybe I do go here because then I can do this. Although, yeah. It might be this, but I'm just worried about this pawn still. But maybe my rook is enough. So like he pushes, I give check. Go here, take, push, queen. Yeah, I guess that's going to be enough. So I think this is the idea. Yeah, okay. I almost screwed that up. Check. How much material am I down? I'm down 2 minor pieces, right? No, I'm down a rook and 2 minor pieces. So I'm down a lot. Okay, so I'll look at so we take here first then. Just mate in 2. And do I go bishop g1? Bishop g1, he takes here. I'd like to save the rook if I could. Yeah, maybe I can just save the rook. But I have too many ways to do that. It's complicated. This is very complicated. I just realized I can take on g2. I'm sure chat was screaming. Okay, that was, yeah, I'm falling apart. How does this work? So let's just say check. I don't know what that does. Oh, then I can go here. That's very nice. Okay, so if he doesn't take it, then I can push. And if he, yeah, this is nice. Okay. Yeah, my mind is gone. nothing's going on in my head. I only have 2 pieces here. It's strange because even if I got 2 free moves here, it's not enough. Obviously, if I take, he can just come back. Okay, so yeah, and if I push, but that's what I'm saying. If I had 2 free moves, but yeah, if I had 2 free moves, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't take the pawn. He can just take and then come back. Right, if I had 2 free moves, check, takes. I guess he can't come back there. No. But then I can't even go here. He just takes the pawn. So even if I had 2 free moves, okay, but if I take this way, yeah, I just don't see it. Oh, technically I could then go here and then I'm threatening this fork. That's if I got 2 free moves. Take, and then I go check. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Take, check, take. check. Actually, no. Sorry, I'm wrong. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? That doesn't make any sense at all. That's only if he goes back here, but he can just move anywhere else. I'm sure this is simple, but my brain has expired. Oh, I guess I could take, and then I can actually. No. He always has this. I don't know why this is so confusing to me. This has to be simple. Okay, no, if I did have 2 free moves, I could go here, and then I could go check, because he has to take, and then I would be up 2 pawns. That's if I had 2 free moves. So if I had 2 free moves there, I could win 2 pawns. That's assuming he doesn't. That's assuming I get 2 free moves. So if he does something about it, like he goes here, I can still give a check. If he goes, let's say, to H1, yeah, then I can get, okay, so it is pushing. I don't know why this was so complicated for me to comprehend, but I got it eventually. Yeah, I don't know why. It was a simple puzzle, but I just couldn't figure it out. Okay, yeah, the dog is getting restless, which makes me anxious. So check. And I could win the exchange possibly, but we're already down. Oh yeah, she's getting restless, guys. I hope she doesn't go to the bathroom. Actually, what am I talking about? Yeah, it is just here. My instincts. Yeah, my brain is fried. At least my instincts are working, but my calculation is not. We are black. I mean, I assume we have to take it, but we could take it with the king. So this is actually a little tricky. I like taking it with the knight because then this pawn doesn't run. And it's check. So let's say king b, whatever this square is. And then I think I just take this one, and then hopefully this knight can ward off this somehow. Or I might not even need to, because I might be able to just also queen. And I have a knight to hide behind. I mean, I think strategically that works out. Assuming he pushes the A pawn. Wait, what direction are we going? This pawn isn't going this way. I'm so out of it. Okay, the pawn is going towards me. So check. And, well, I assume he takes it. And then it's going to be searching for Bobby Fischer. But the problem is my king is in the way, which is not good. I could do this fork. But yeah, it takes. He's definitely coming towards me. Yeah, so he would recapture. Maybe I don't take it. I don't take it. That's the key. So we take it once, and then we push. He push. I push. He push. I push. He push. And then check. And then it is searching for Bobby Fischer. Wait a second. That would only be equal. Am I hoping for a draw here? That can't be right. So maybe that doesn't make sense because we're both going to queen. I'll queen first. Unless I am able to... I might have to check on the dog in a second. Unless I give a check elsewhere, but I highly doubt that's ever going to lead to anything. So, okay. So maybe I push instead. And then yeah, and then we get to A7, then I go here, I think. So I go H3, A6, push A7, and then I sat, and then I go here. Okay, that's definitely it. Yeah. Okay. I'm worried about the dog. Okay, I have a fork here on E2. I think, yeah, that should work. Yeah, I've got queen e8 or bishop e8 at the end. Last one. Will I be released from the hell that is Puzzle Streak? So first of all, what's the difference here? We're down a pawn. Yeah, we're down a pawn here. Our rook is defended. Can I take and then go d4? That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he has a better move other than recapturing here. So, yeah, I think it's just taking on c8 and then d4. And I'm done. I'm going to open up chat. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. I'm released. That took way too long, an hour and 17 minutes. But I'm out. Yeah. It's the end, the very last game in Searching for Bobby Fischer, which I've seen that movie, I don't know how many times, 25 times or something. Could almost recite the whole movie. Whoa, my webcam makes me look so short here. I think if you took every single chess film and every single chess movie out there and TV series, you added them all together, all of their good points, it still wouldn't be as good as Searching for Bobby Fischer. Okay, time for a game. $19.90. This is like, reminds me of Abanoob, but it's Ayub. Queen's Gambit is better? No, it's not. Searching for Bobby Fischer is better. I like Searching for Bobby Fischer just as a movie on its own. Like, even if I didn't like chess, I would love it. Actually, Queen's Gambit was actually pretty terrible, I think. It was good. The worst part of the Queen's Gambit was all of the chess stuff. The chess stuff was so cringy. Whoa, what is this? G6. Hello, Ilkar. Larson's side. Well, because you're probably too young. They really captured what it was like playing in like the night. Well, that was the 80s, but. Okay, I'm just going to minimize chat. I want to focus. So I could play c4. I could play knight c3. Obviously, I could do anything. I don't know if I want to play c4. I don't know. This is a weird move. Okay, I'll play c4. Well, I don't know. Yeah, let's go knight c3. So I'm just going to play. Does he have d5 after this knight move? Well, he may or may not, but there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, now I might go knight db5. Does he have d5 here? He might. d5, cd. I don't know. I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk. Newish account. Not really new, but 500 games is kind of new. Ooh. Yeah, so I could take what's the knight. I can take what's a pawn because I dominate this guy. Okay, and then I can immediately undouble them. I could also go bishop h6 here. But let's consider taking. And then after ED, I think there's a tactic here. Because I can take and then I can take again. Yeah, this is a woodpecker. Woodpecker. I'm going to open up chat. Okay, so he saw my trappy trap. So nothing has changed, right? I can probably castle or bishop h6 here. Okay, now I'm going to min out chat again. Okay, so if I go d6, I'm threatening his knight. So if he goes knight ec6, then I have a fork, winning the exchange. I probably have, not probably, I might have better than that, but that looks pretty good to me. So I'll get the exchange, but I might have better than that because like everything is so good. Everything is good. Okay. I'm not going to overthink it for once in my life. And whoa. I've got bishop a3 now. So bishop a3, he can give me a check. I can just take it. Same thing here. I'm going to open up chat. I know I'm opening it and closing it, but first time I bought this bubble tea in a can, he resigned. So I'm not going to look at that game. I'm not going to analyze it. The E6 and G6, what is that about? Okay. 2170. 73 games I will dodge. Call me a coward because I am. But he hasn't even played 100 games. Okay, 2130. There we go. 9,000 games. That's what we want. That's what we want. It's the flavor is fine, but the pearls are crap. So I won't buy it again. Okay, if we're gonna do main line, this is gonna be insanity. Because I've studied these lines like there's no tomorrow. Like there's no tomorrow, but I won't be able to remember everything. Now, okay, so this one, this is second main line. And I gotta remember. Yeah, this one is it. think it might be knight c6. I think this is knight c6, but I and then I think it's fe, and then and then I seem to remember there's a unintuitive move afterwards. I'm just wondering why we can't take with the bishop though. I think his rook b7 is strong, I think. Oh, no. Maybe I do take with the bishop. Because I remember one of the ideas here is you actually castle queenside so that the king stops rook b7. But my bishop is already stopping that. That's why I'm a little bit confused. Because if I go fe... Later, if I go bishop d7, there's rook b7. So I'm trying to remember. But I don't think it's taking with the bishop. We also stop bishop c4 if we take with the bishop. Maybe it is taking with the bishop. And then if he goes rook b7, then we just castle. But I think this is, I always play FE though. But I remember last time I looked at this, there was this idea of casting into this, which is the unintuitive move. Because here the bishop is always awkward, and I think it's just bishop e2 is what they play. There's another thing to worry about though, is a bishop h5 in these lines. So fe, bishop e2, this is an idea. There's always this huge attack, so many attacks from right. So bishop e2, and then no, maybe I do take with the pawn. It opens this up though, but then I think I go bishop d7, and if he goes rook b7, that's when I castle, I think. Obviously I don't remember. I mean, this is really dangerous because, but I think this is right, but and then we go bishop. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it might even be bishop d7 instead of bishop e7. This is the most natural move. But I think he can even take first. And then if I take here, you can take on d6. And if I take here, then he's got bishop. So I think it's actually here, and then we castle. That's what I'm saying. It's the unintuitive move. I'm going to play this. This is purely off of... but there is still rook b7. Yeah, then I castle. Yeah, so this is... I'm just remembering from the last time I played this. And I could be completely wrong, obviously. Yeah, and I think once you go here, then I do threaten to castle kingside. Although, no, maybe not, because that's probably the same issue as before. That he just takes. Although I just realized my queen is actually covering d6. So bishop d7, I could probably take this way. Oh, no, because then there's rook b3. I know I can still go here. Okay, let's go here. So he could take and then go bishop h5, and then this is awkward for me. You can go queen h6. I will be very interested to look at this game afterwards, obviously. That's the problem with these the poison pawn line. The white has so many threats. I consider this more dangerous than the Smith-Morra. I think the bishop g5 doesn't get enough love. If I had to start over, honestly, I don't know. I mean, because black does have ways to kind of equalize. Black always equalizes with proper play, right? In anything. But yeah, bishop g5 is. If I had to start over, playing against the Najdorf, I think I'd play bishop g5. It's just it's insanely sharp, and I think it's the sharpest lines I've looked at. I've looked at them deep, like 35 moves, 40 moves, and a million different lines. This isn't even the main line. This is a sideline. There's a billion different lines. Is it easy for black to prepare? I don't know how to answer that other than what I just said. Like, it's objectively black is fine, but it's so dangerous. It's super dangerous. Yeah, so I'm planning to go here. And then if rook c3, I'm going to go check. But everything is scary. And he can go here. Yeah, I would take this way. No, this is nothing like the bird. This is just, I don't know. It's one of the scariest openings that I have to face. Grand Prix is scary too, but this is scarier. This might be the scariest opening. Oh, I can't even go g6, but that's not a deal breaker for me. So king e7. I guess I'm going king e7. Rook b7. Okay, rook b7, I can challenge him. Yeah, here I was going to go check and then just take. This one I had planned out. This one I had a plan for. Okay, rook e1. I can take that. It should be okay. So you get 94. I can just take it. Yeah, this will be interesting to analyze after. I think I was correct that you go bishop d7 first, which is just not intuitive. I mean, come on, bishop e7 is definitely the most intuitive move. You know, bishop e7, and I think you have to go bishop d7 first. And then the reason, like, you discount it because of rook b7, but then I think you castle into that if rook b7. Okay, so what now? If I take here, I'm getting mated. Let's just mate in 2. So we can't do that. Can I take this one? Nope. Can't do that either. So maybe I go d5. Oh, my time. I'm going to minimize chat here. Okay. But now, how do they defend both of these threats? I've got a fork right now. How does he defend both? It would be pretty awesome to win this because it's such a freaking hard opening for black to face. Yeah, I don't know if I can think of a more challenging opening, white or black. I think this is the scariest thing to face. Okay, so takes. I mean, I'm taking that. We've got this check, but I'll take this and try to survive. King F7. Okay, he goes there. I can threaten mate. How did he deal with that? He goes here. Yeah, check here, and then if he pushes, then okay. I can shut. Oh no! How about this way? Can I just do that? He just comes in here. Then I'm getting this pawn. I wonder if I can go here. This is a little scary because of my queen, but this should still be okay. So rook f3, and maybe rook h f6. Yeah, this bishop is really nice here, always having access to d6. You know, this keeps my king pretty safe. This whole construction. Okay, so if he goes rook df1, yeah, this is still very dangerous for me. I guess I would trade there, but then maybe I don't know. It's still very dangerous. Maybe then I can go queen d4. Okay, here we've got this now. There should be something decent. And then I can always come in here. Okay. I think he might have done that hoping I didn't see it. I think he took a risk there. Okay, I'm happy I won. Because that's such a hard opening. So looking at it again, yeah. So I think knight c6 is right. Yeah, and as this one is, I'm still not sure, but I think I did it correctly. I think if you take it with the bishop, I think there is rook b7 right away. Or is it taking here? I don't remember. It might be even rook b3. Rook b3, queen a5, and then... No, that shouldn't change anything. I don't know. We'll see after the game. Yeah, and then here, I think you play this weird move. And I could be wrong. It might be bishop e7 first. It might be bishop e7. We'll see. And then after castles, but then again, I think he takes here. Oh, no, but yeah, that was already covered, right? Oh, no. Yeah, so I think there might be like rook c3, queen a5, and then he takes. This is if bishop e7. And then he takes the g-pawn, and then there's check here, and then he castles, and it's just way too much of an attack. Yeah, so it's really complicated. And then, yeah, so this I had planned out that I just go queen c5. So that was a big blunder, I think, e5, because now I'm up 2 pawns and my king is fairly safe. And then, yeah, this dropped the thing, but I think I'm already winning here. 2 pawns is too much. Yeah. Okay. We beat the Russian. Vitaly Solinkov from Novosibirsk. Let's look at that. What's the engine? And I'll open up CPT maybe as well. Through the magic of television. Oh, it's delayed. Okay, I was analyzing this game from yesterday. Let me update this. Actually, I might not be able to load this up in CPT because I still have to look at this line. Yeah. So, okay, let me get back here. Boom. Okay. No. So I blundered majorly in this game. So, but let's learn something from it. So it is second main. The E5 lines I've really studied crazily deep. Oh my God, it's bishop takes. It's bishop takes. Yeah, I wasn't sure because this does weaken the king. It's really though. It's bishop takes. In the database, most people, 65% of players take with the pawn. That's a mistake. What about me? Wait, it's saying I never played this position before? This can't be right. Oh yeah, because, well, most people take on e6 first. Maybe that's where I got confused. But they take now, and then you take with the pawn. But you can also take with the bishop. But it's like 20 cent. So this is probably what confused me. Is that they don't take on c6. And then they take. But then this transposes, though, does it not? This transposes. Yeah, so it does transpose. But wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is a mistake, but that's because in this move order, black is better here. Black can take and it's -1. It's not +1. So it can, I did transpose, but when white takes on c6 first, black can then take with the bishop. And why is that? So if he takes here, it's no problem. And if rook b7, we just go bishop b7. We're just up 2 pawns. If oh yeah, so the difference here is he can take with the knight. If we go bishop b6, he can take it with the knight. He can also go rook b7, which is apparently even stronger. And I always thought we could castle, but no, that's apparently losing for complicated reasons. Trying to wrap my head over through all this. But yeah, this is always under attack. So if we can take on e6 with the bishop without it being recaptured, it's good to do that. But yeah, here he traded first. So yeah, it wants me to take with the, yeah. So had he done so in the main line, I'm still a little bit confused. I'm still a little bit confused. But wait, yeah, because when he takes, yeah, okay, I guess that's why you don't take first, because black just takes with the bishop, and rook b7 doesn't do anything on its own. So the bishop is actually good here. I don't think it's so much that the bishop is good here. I think it's more that there's not, like, bishop h4, there's always threats here, and the king is always a little bit airy. So, okay, so my opponent either forgot theory or, yeah, all the titled players take here first. So that black has to take with the pawn. Okay, but the funny thing is we did transpose back to the main line, so we still can learn a lot here. So bishop e2, which is actually not the main line that masters play. Oh no, I guess it is. But there's e5, but everybody played everybody plays bishop e2. I think I actually don't know this line too well. Oh no, I remember this. This is very Josh. And then you can go h5 or an f5. Is it h5 here? No, f5 first. Yeah, this is very, very Josh. Not knight here because of we just gets kicked out. Bishop e2 and then I think h5. Yeah, this is a very Josh line. If we take, then we're getting. I thought this was. Oh yeah, then queen. Is it queen g5? Queen g5? Yeah. No, queen g5 is not best. Rook f1. Okay, I guess I'm not so well acquainted with this one. But where was I? Yeah, bishop e2, and then I think we go h5. And this is very Josh. I thought it was here first. No, it's apparently this. Oh yeah, and then the fork. And then this is a draw. 20 moves in. One of many lines. If you go into the main lines, we're not even getting started. Like, this is like just one of many tabias. So I actually came out with a different response here, I believe, so that black can actually fight for a win. Because if you go with this top engine move, white can force a draw, and nobody wants that. Anyways, that's if they play e5, but everybody plays bishop e2. So this was wrong. It was, but I still remember this idea. So I don't know what I'm conflating that with. This allows e5, which I am surprised I didn't consider, because yeah, everything, when maybe not everything's winning. but yet knight comes in. Okay, well, I don't know. The queen can come in. I don't know. Too many threats. Too many threats where I can just throw everything at you. So this was a blunder. So I feel I played way worse than I thought I did. But I still remember this as being an idea. I just don't know what line that is in. Because I think we transpose into the main line. So bishop east. Maybe it's after. Maybe we don't castle or something. Or I'm just completely forgetting. I don't know. I must be thinking of a whole different opening. Unless, like, is there some other... Like... So like here... If we follow the main lines, it should just transpose, unless I'm thinking of when they take on f6. Could I be thinking of this? Maybe I'm thinking of this. Oh, I may be thinking of this when they take on f6. And then they go bishop e2. No, maybe I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm thinking when everything is traded and then bishop e2. No, it's still not. I don't know. Oh, God, that's going to bug me. Because I really remember looking at that. I really remember looking at bishop d7. Shoot. I hate these lines. Yeah, so just bishop e7. And then if e5, the difference is what? What's the difference here? I don't know. For one thing, the bishop or the rook can't go to b7, but otherwise I'm not recognizing the difference. One difference is that it's hard to castle kingside when the bishop is on d7 because he can just take the knight and then we can't castle because the king has to defend d7. Maybe that's one reason. But I remember bishop d7 in one of these lines and I'm angry that I misremembered that. So this was just a blunder. But yeah, he didn't capitalize on it. And this was, yeah, a mistake. So he had to play, well, black's already slightly better because we are up 2 pawns still. No, 1 pawn now. No, 2 pawn. Yeah, 1 pawn. So he's already in trouble here. He needs to play e5 earlier. Yeah, and this is just too safe for black. Black's king is just too safe here. But yeah, the opening. When were they thinking about bishop d7? I don't know. But I've looked at that too long. Let's play another game. Did I get 2 wins? Let's see. 1 win. Yeah, I got 2 wins in a row. Laslod. Feels like I'm always white. No, I guess I was just black. What am I talking about? Still, it feels like I get a lot of turns as white. Okay. So what do we got here? We might get a Marshall, boys and girls. Wow. I say, wow. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. This is where I go into the dizzy variation. And it's always... oh God, I always forget H3 or G3. It's G3. And then it's rook e4. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to lose the game? Are you going to lose the game? Are you going to lose the game? No, he would have played it right away. Okay, so there's 3 or 4 moves that black can play here. They're all fine. Yeah, that's one of them. I mean, white's better here, but black's dangerous. Do I go rook h4? One would think so. Queen f5. And I think we give this pawn up. I think we go knight d2. Man, so many lines to remember for an old man. Queen f5. I think you go knight. No, wait. There's also bishop c2. I think bishop c2 is actually a little bit better, but you can go knight d2. They're both fine. Knight d2, you let him take, and then yeah. So, but this is better because it lines up. So we're threatening d4, but I'm pretty sure knight d2 is fine as well. Now rook e8. Is this the line where I've got my fancy pants escape route? I don't think so. This particular line, I don't know if I know too much deeper. Maybe 20 moves. Yeah, I don't think this one I know, because rook e8, if I go d4, I mean I could still trade twice there. That's gotta be decent. I don't think there's knight e4. Bishop e6, or let's just say one of these moves. I'm playing d4 next move is what I'm trying to say. And then knight d2, and then I forget if we want to put it on e5. I forget that. Yeah, I don't know this one too much deeper, as I say. Yeah, okay. So d4. I've studied this too. This line. I don't even know if I want d4. To be honest, because I might want to put this knight here. d4 can always be played later. Where did this queen go, though? He only has one square, right? Who am I talking to? Nobody's listening. Nobody cares. I remember looking at this, and I think it might be a4. I am going to go d4, and you know what's crazy? I've actually studied this before. Can you believe it? Like I've studied this. I've actually studied this. I prepared this. We're move 18. I've got a sickness. I've got a sickness. But this is where it starts to get hazy. I think it's a4, but I remember something else as well. I can't believe it. Like this is in CPT. Can you believe it? Move 18. I'm surprised my opponent's playing, because he's playing like some of the best moves, but I guess he knows theory too. Now I do have bishop b3 to simplify. Right? Could even offer him a draw. So I could obviously trade that off, but I don't know if I like that, because his bishop is, I don't know. We have bishop e3, but I don't recall that as being I think it's a4, but I'm mostly wondering about knight d2. But where am I going after knight d2? You know what? I'm also remembering c4. So maybe knight d2 c4? Is that a thing? I remember this as well. I might even have queen d3. Okay, I think it's a4 or knight d2. Knight d2, c5. Then knight e4. Yeah, but I actually think it's a4. But I might be confused with another line. I mean, I gotta play knight d2. That's tough though, because I actually think it's a4, but I'm playing knight d2. Why did I not play a4? Because instead I went with, I don't know, this seems more logical. So I still have a4. Do I still have knight e4? I should, or should I? Is there bishop? Is there bishop g? No, I can take check, right? I mean, this should work. I'm scared though, because I remembered so much theory there. Oh, that's so interesting, because that was like, I think I deviated when it was knight d2. I think a4 might have been my prep. 19 moves in, and I can't believe I remembered a lot of that too. That's a lot of opening prep. 20 moves. And this is a sideline. This is a sideline of a sideline. It's not even main line. Yeah, I'm going to take. And is he trapped here? No. He might be trapped after b3, or he's so close to being trapped. I can take on h7. Should we do that? I also have queen h5 maybe. Wait, no, that drops my queen. Hello, Lewis. We're going to go check. But his queen is nearly trapped. But he can go here. Okay, and then check would just trade, or would it? Well, you know what? I could go here and then queen h5 maybe. And then I have queen h5. Rook h8. But then a bishop h6 is a crazy line. Rook h8. Bishop h6, check. And then you have to go king g8. What's even going on there? I think he's okay there. No, wait, after king g8? I think he's actually okay there, which is insane. He has no right. Can I go queen d2? I'm going to have queen d2 here. That's a computer move. He can go here, though. Then f4? Okay, he's going to go here. I don't know. I probably had a million ways to win, and I chose to do this. So queen g5, I'm f4. And then f5. And then f5. And then my threat is renewed. He could take on h4. Yeah, he takes on h4. But this is a threat. I don't think his rook g8 does anything. This is like one of my most amazing games ever, by the way. Just go here. Actually, I might be losing, but I might be losing. We'll find out. There's this check. So let's oh god. Actually, I might be losing here. How am I losing? Check. Oh god. I'm losing. That's unbelievable. I lost. This is losing. That was insane. Insane prep, though. What an insane game. One of the most insane games I've played in a long time. Seriously. This is the most notable game I've played in probably 2 years. I don't like. Okay. Check. I don't. I don't know. Yeah, it might be 2 years, maybe. My queen is almost trapped. I've got one square. No, this is way better than against the Vignesh game. Was nothing happened in it. Needs to move the king, maybe. King G7. Can he go here? No. Okay. Go check. Here. Take on B2. I should have went H5. There. Not the greatest technique. Actually, if we go there, can I go C7? I think so. Or I could even just take. Haha. Wow. I'm happy to win that game. That was insane prep. Like 20 moves of prep. And then even beyond the prep, I think I played well. Not perfectly, but ambitiously. Oh, he made me work for it. Yeah. Wow. Ooh, boy. Yeah, so this was all theory. As I say, I think knight d2 is good here too, but I think this is what I have. And then, yeah, the only thing is I think I actually have a4. I think a4 is what I have in my repertoire, but knight d2, I like the idea of just knight d2, knight e4 trading material so he can't attack me as much. I like the idea, but I actually think this is what I have in my repertoire. And yeah, here I took, and then I was tempted. I mean, there's probably a way to, maybe not probably, but I was so close to winning the queen. Like even b3 might trap the queen. In fact, it probably does after bishop c2. I think it just traps it right there. But I was getting a little bit low on the clock. I think that just trapped it right there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this looked good too. And then, yeah, I had all this planned out. But then I couldn't believe it. I almost was dead. Like where was it? Was it here? Yeah, here. I'm almost dead here because he always has bishop c4, and if I go to the corner, then I'm getting mated. If I go to f1, then he's bishop c4, and I'm losing my queen. So I thought I was lost because I thought at first I couldn't go to f2 because I thought there's this. I thought he could take here for some reason. I thought he could go here and skewer me for some reason. So I was devastated that he somehow lucked into this. But then I realized I could just go king f2, and yeah, went for the check, and well, we saw what happened here. This was still dangerous. I was down to like 30 seconds here. So this was still scary, but he let me do this. He probably should have, as I said, he probably should have ran the king. Oh, I can't do that because of the fork. But he shouldn't have lined this up. Like line it up this way. Because once he goes here, then or even here, abandon it now. I don't know why he let me play rook g1. He should never have let me play rook g1. And then, yeah, I don't know. I considered pushing as well, but this I just took. And then I was hoping I would get some fork on his rook, but then I didn't see one, and then I was scared that I'm gonna get mated here, so I just brought the queen back. He probably should have tried for this anyways. It doesn't hurt to try it. And then I let him take. Well, I let him take here. Had he gone up, I was probably still going to go to d8, and then not the best conversion, as I say. It's actually a pretty terrible conversion, but it worked out. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. Yeah, thank you. I'm happy about that game. I'm proud of that one. I won all my games today, I think. I only played 3 games, but I need those points. I need them. I may not be a good chess player, but I do a lot of prep. I do a lot of opening prep. I do epic opening prep. Yeah, so yeah, so I was right. So knight d2, it's the top move, but I think if you run it deeper, I think they're both fine. But I like bishop c2 just because I like the x right here. Yeah, so d4 was right, queen d5, because this is a force. So this is move 19 that I couldn't quite remember. Oh, see, I was right. c4 is an idea. I thought this might be something. c4 is okay. So bishop b3, I think, just repeats, right? So this just repeats. So that's nothing. So there is knight d2. What did I play? I played knight d2, right? Yeah, I played knight d2. Bishop b3 repeats, and then so it's actually c4. Knight d2 is good, but if you want to extract 30 center pawns more or so, c4. And if the queen takes, it's +4 here, for many reasons. Bishop b5. What's the most direct? Is it just drops to the queen? And then bishop d2. Oh, okay. So, and if he goes here, then the queen is still trapped. Wow. I got to remember that for the future. 22 moves. So it was c4, but this is still winning, knight d2, but c4 is even more winning. Yeah, even more winning. So that's if he takes with the queen, then yeah, bishop b3 or b3. See you later, Larson say. Now, if he takes with the b pawn, which is the better move, then knight c3, the queen is still having trouble escaping. Queen a5. This is crazy computer land stuff. d5. And then what? Okay, now with the queen gone, then we can take here, and then what? Queen h5. Wow, because after the pawn got to d5, the queen no longer defends against queen h5. Ridiculous stuff. Wow. That'll be absolutely bonkers if I ever get that in the future and I play c4. That'll be bonkers. But yeah, I play knight d2, which is still winning. Knight e4 was best, and then yeah, taking was best. Yeah, so this was best. Yeah, so I thought I might be able to trap him here. Oh yeah, so that, I mean, that would have been good too. Every move is good, but this was actually best. This was not best though. Queen d2. It's saying bishop e4, which I considered, and then or maybe I didn't consider it on this move though. Somehow I didn't consider it on this move. Yeah, king f2 is the only winning move. Wow, I'm proud. I'm happy with this game. I'm not really proud. I mean, I didn't really do much, but because the game was prepared beforehand. But I'm happy. It's like all of my work beforehand. Nice to get rewarded with it, be able to play it eventually. Okay. I'll leave it there. Yeah. So got a few points back today, still sub 2100 though. So it's still embarrassing, but at least I got this nice prepared game in, about 20 moves of theory, got to play that out. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. 50% chance I'll be back tomorrow. Otherwise Thursday for sure. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you next time.